Hey yo, welcome to the channel. It's your boy Hendo. This is Hendo's POV. My point of view. We're gonna look at point of views from both sides of the situation. This video is about Mexican OT, his interview with Lip Service, and that what you gonna do about it if I do say the N-word. I'll give you my opinion at the end of the video. But right now, let's get into everybody else's opinion and let me hear yours in the comments. Let's go.
That Mexican OT talking about what the fuck you gonna do about it. It was two black niggas in the room. They should have showed him what the fuck they was gonna do about it. Like, they was some damn punks. Like, ugh. Like, y'all don't represent the black community. Hell no. If we ever, Ricky, when we catch y'all.
Y'all see the other day the Mexican, that dude Mexican OT.
Yeah, I saw that.
Him saying like the N-word on the podcast. What y'all feel about that? How y'all feel
Hot
about
take. Maybe this will be my hot take for the show. I feel like the fun that we get from saying the N-word, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know if it's worth the energy it takes to police it. When I see little niggas really like going to blows, getting arrested, getting introduced to the criminal justice system because you have to fuck this white boy up because he said the N-word, like, I'm like, yo, it don't really be worth all that for real. Now everything you've worked for is vulnerable.
A slightly different perspective. I think start from the point of understanding. I understand that a lot of people, a lot of people grow up with niggas. A lot of people grow up with niggas, and I don't think personally I'm in a capacity where I'd fully crash and hit a nigga and go to jail if they said it to me. However,
if you get punched in your shit,
whatever the policing, I'm not gonna punch you in your shit.
Matt might.
Results may be. First thing that he mentioned, Mexican OT mentioned, was him doing bad shit with these people.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's how he sees black people. They fought harder to say the N-word than they did for their citizenship.
I'm like, they be
God damn, you should have fought that hard to vote against the nigga that was trying to get that mama gone.
Y'all should have like 90%.
So I am going to speak on the whole Mexican OT thing and essays using the N-word. So first of all, I feel like I'm kind of qualified to speak on this because I am born and raised in Texas. OT is also from my city. He was born in Austin. So not only am I from Texas, I am also a project baby. So I was pretty much raised around black people. So I did say the N-word a lot, and I don't know why it never occurred to me to think that there was anything wrong with it. It wasn't until I moved to Arizona to be around my mom's family who are natives that I realized it's a fucking problem. One of my cousins, who quite literally is nicknamed Apache, checked me on it. And I realized then that there was no excuse that I was making that was, a valid reason for me to say it. So it didn't take long before I just eventually just stopped saying it. Because I get it. I get that it's bigger than us, down here in Texas. Just because the people around us allowed it and even, accepted it, doesn't mean that the rest of the world had to. And it probably may have been acceptable for us to say it because, quite honestly, we were looked at as the same. We weren't received any better than the black people were. I also want to say that it is not black people's responsibility to educate you on why you shouldn't say it. Educate yourself, bitch. Google is free.
Mexican OT would have said, who gonna do something about me saying nigga if a real nigga was in the room? I experience more racism from Mexican people than I do white people. Not saying I don't experience it from white people, but I experience more. One thing about me, I'm very good at reading energies, and the energy is giving. If I can take out a black life and prove that I'm blacker than most black people, then I can be black. Giving Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You gotta ask yourself, like, why do you want to be black? There is so many different races and different cultures out here to copy and pretend to be, and yet black is always the number one getting taken. One thing y'all must and need to understand is that a lot of black people are not black. A lot of black people can watch a full documentary on what happened to our ancestors and not drop a tear or feel a sense of inner pride. So a lot of times, a lot of Mexicans are looking to take their place. That's why he looked at somebody who wasn't about that life and was like, ain't gonna do shit. Because it gives him a sense of solidity, as if he's doing the right thing, as if he's in his rightful place by taking a king's position when he's not the one who was crowned. There was a girl on here who stated black people have celebrity energy. And ever since she said that, I can't unsee it. I used to wonder why people stare at me every time I go somewhere. It's because I have a natural celebrity energy. I swear to God, the other day I'm walking inside the store, this car literally got in a wreck because they were staring at me so hard. But that's neither here or there. The Mexicans who pretend to be black simply don't know who they are, and they want to take the place of a black person, of a random black person. But in order to appeal to women, the thing you do is pretend to be a black person because that's who you look up to. And that goes back to who is your hero. Why don't you have enough heroes? When I go out of public, the way that I get looks from Mexicans, it gives, why does he get to be black? To all my black people listening, especially if you made it this far, if you are a black person, you need to take honor in that. It's more than just a coat. It's more than just a trophy. Look around and see how many people want to take your spot, want to have your position, or they're dressing and pretending to be you. One constant that I see from Mexican people is that y'all play both sides. For example, y'all leave Mexico because y'all don't want to be there, but then you bang the Mexican flag in America. You go back to being Mexican when you're around Mexicans, then you call black people niggas and niggers, and all while pretending to be black. That's insanity, bro. See, I might be coming off like I'm a racist, but it's not that I'm racist. It's the fact that I understand where I come from. I understand my actual heritage. I know what I stand for. It's not just for anything. So I do take it personal when a Mexican person is being racist or moving in a certain kind of way, because I am connected to my ancestors. I really feel and I really fight behind somebody saying the N-word or calling me the N-word. I'm the type I really pop you in your mouth. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video by saying, listen gang, you will never be black. This skin is more than just an outfit. It don't matter how many times you say nigga, it don't matter how many times you said it and a black person didn't do nothing. Guess what, gang? You will never be that. On the flip side, there is a legacy, there is a culture awaiting you, missing you, that you are completely ignoring because you are spending too much time trying to take a black person's place.
It's just a word, sis. No, and that's facts. And I think this is what people are skimming over, right? Because a lot of people do say that word. And a lot of Hispanic people say that word, especially if they grew up around black people. And that's not the issue. But I don't give a fuck how long I've been friends with somebody. If one of my Hispanic friends or any non-black friend waited until we got into a room full of black people to ask me, what the F am I going to do about it? Bitch, now I got to serve you. Right? Because them is fighting words. Right? Like, now we not cool. Like, if he would have led with, I grew up with black people, I love black people, this and that, and all that shit that he said afterwards, okay, cool, I could probably feel that. I wouldn't even make no video. But to specifically look around and say, let me find a black man first, oh, what the F is you guys gonna do about it? He's basically saying it didn't matter if anybody liked to hear him say it or not. He was going to, because who's going to stop him? And that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful as hell. That's not something that an ally or somebody that feels like they're truly connected with black culture would ever say to a black person's face in a room full of us. Like, that shit was so disrespectful. I don't know how y'all keep bypassing all that and making it about the word. No, it was about his delivery and the question that he asked and the way that he asked it and the way he made sure to look for a black man to say it to. It was disrespectful as hell.
Hey man, say man, Kid that did Sauce Walker. I did an interview last night. Shout out to my boy Dan's a project. He'll be dropping some. The subject in hand, Mexican OT. See now, at first when I was speaking on what I was speaking on, I was only talking about the shit I seen on Say Cheese with the girl and all that on Say Cheese. My bro Danza showed me the interview and showed me exactly verbatim what Mexican OT said on the interview on the podcast with all the women. OT, bitch, you wrong, ho. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, little bro. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, OT. And you got a black brother. That's what you partially was finna get into it, but you didn't want to get into it. Know what I'm saying? You got a whole 50% black brother, nigga, that's mixed, nigga, a real little nigga that's your brother, so you should feel 100%. He should feel, a motherfucker feel what I'm saying. What about this part? I ain't fucked up with you about saying, can you say nigga, because you grew up with us, went through all this shit with us, you love us, nigga, you been through everything that a nigga been through, so that's why you feel you say you can say nigga. The problem and the issue is the fact when you say nigga in a room full of women, is there any black niggas in here? Is there any niggas in here? Well, if it is some niggas in here, what you gonna do about it? That's where you fucked up at, brother. That's where the disrespect is. Because, OT, you know, if you was in a room full of violent niggas from Houston, full of violent niggas like myself, TSF niggas, any niggas that's really from the H like that, and we was having that conversation and you said it in that way, y'all said, because who's going to do shit about it? Nigga, it would have been 6 niggas in a room raising their hands saying they want to fight you. You know that. You know how this shit get down in Houston. You a Texas Crip. If a nigga come up to you and say, Mexican OT, you ain't no motherfucking Crip. And what you gonna do about it? Nigga, you gonna wanna fight about that. These niggas in the room gonna say, who ain't what squabble? And that's where the disrespect and the fucked up part is, OT. Because at the end of the day, nigga, you know there's nothing but women in that room. There's a bunch of girls in that room. It was a now violent street nigga that come from where you come from and been through what you been through, or that's from somewhere else that's gonna disagree with you and with that statement to the point to where they'll fight you about that, or they'll do something about that. So therefore, that's what people in the general public gonna take it like that's hoe shit, because you're doing something in the setting where people gonna consider it, where it's safe to say that right then and right there. Would you possibly say that around a room full of a bunch of niggas though, in this heated conversation? Now, secondly, aside of the Mexican OT shit, I also blame these fucking blog sites, these fucking interviewers, these platforms. Why do y'all constantly ask? I know why y'all do it. Y'all do it for click views, clickbait, all that other shit. But y'all gotta stop asking motherfucking rappers and certain celebrities these uncomfortable questions, and then be pissed off when you get the certain type of answer that you get, or these artists respond in an uncomfortable way because they was asked an uncomfortable question when they really came in to promote their album. They really came in to talk about their career. They really came in to talk about positive shit, and y'all motherfuckers steady dumping and pushing negative questions and negative energy down the motherfucker throat, put them on the spotlight when they trying to interview. Spare me? So that's my motherfucking last sense on the shit, cause I ain't know. And I still don't give a fuck. But all I'm gonna say is this: everything's about love and respect. When you do it and it's not out of love, or you trying to be too tough with the shit, then that's where it's wrong at. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta earn that toughness, brother. So I'll tell you, bitch, I love you. If you mad at me, I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling the truth. And that's what's real, blood. Just like I say all that other shit I said about niggas and misses and get on niggas' ass, I will get on your ass like I get on anybody's ass. Bitch, you wrong for that, hoe. You wrong. And the interviews is wrong for how they did it and chopped it up and only put that part out of there because you said a bunch of positive shit about black people after the fact. But it's the fact that you in a room full of 4 pussies, 4 women, 4 vaginas. And you said, you know it's no niggas up in there. And you said, well, shit, is there niggas around? Because if there's a real niggas around, nigga, who gonna stop me? You can't say that like that, blood, because nigga is, boy, yeah, niggas fight for nothing and niggas fight for less. Niggas do shit for less and do shit for nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that like that, brother. But other than that, we chicken and sauce out right now. Get off my nigga OT dick. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't gonna say shit. Y'all can't check or y'all gonna do nothing, but I will and I can, and ain't nobody gonna do shit to me.
Everybody talking about Mexican OT and the N-word. He from Bay City. I need y'all to take a trip down to Bay City and see how they talk. Because I'm from there. Bay City, Van Blank, whatever. They're neighboring towns, okay? They're all like that down there. And that's why I don't live there no more.
Mexican OT got on Malcolm X's internet on Juneteenth and asked a group of black men what was they gonna do about it. But you niggas always screaming that you ain't your ancestors. I'm confused. And I've seen a couple videos now calling out the interviewer and being like, oh, well, she sat there and didn't say nothing. First of all, give Mexican OT, I'll give him his little dues on this. He went and said, let me look for the men. Because if anybody gonna do something about it, it needs to be a man. And them niggas did nothing. They did nothing. So think about that. I always say that I don't police non-black people in their usage of the N-word because I know that it's a black man behind it. I know that as soon as I start trying to check this white girl about her saying the N-word, her black baby daddy gonna come out and tell me to shut the fuck up. And that she grew up around us. And she just like us. And she went through all this struggle. So when you guys are sitting up here acting why she didn't say nothing, why didn't the black man in the room say anything? And I think we all know with 2020 that black women is on a break. We done being the police. We done trying to keep the community together. We done with the facade. She looked and seen that them niggas was laughing and was weak and said, well, that's just what it is. Because black women is tired. We have always been the only ones trying to better the community, trying to do black love, and trying to do. We tired and we done. But I think it's very telling, and I don't think nobody should skip over it, that before he said anything, he looked for the black men.
I just want to give my opinion real quick as a Mexican on the Mexican OT situation. I've seen a lot of black content creators kind of bring about this topic and kind of talk about it. And yeah, you know what? When it comes to him saying, you know, that word, me personally, you know, I really don't have an opinion on if he should or shouldn't say it, because I don't know the way he grew up or who he grew up around. And you know, you could say that's irrelevant or that's relevant. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but what I want to speak on is that when it comes to referring to your friends as a Hispanic, you really don't have to use that word. I mean, we have so many other words. We refer to people as pa. We refer to people as my boy, what's cracking my boy. We refer to people as foo, what's up foo. And ese, vato, pops. I don't know if other cultures use pops. I've only really had my Hispanic homies call me pops. But yeah, we just have so many other phrases that we could use besides that word to refer to our friends. I know y'all are in the comments, not in the comments, but on TikTok kind of getting upset, you know, like you shouldn't be saying that, but I'm going to leave it with this. There's a reason why he feels comfortable saying that word. I mean, it could be who he grew up around or who he hung out with that made him feel that comfortable to be able to say that word in particular. So, you know, maybe he's already gotten the past elsewhere, and that might be good enough for him.
The Mexican OT. So I've been seeing a lot of videos of black people complaining that he said he's comfortable enough to say the N-word, and if he does say it, and what? Now, this is funny to me. As many things as the black community got going on that need to be fixed, y'all mad about this. Y'all making videos about this for clickbait and content. So, I'm from Southern California, where the tension is thick between blacks and Hispanics. But I moved to Dallas in 2020, and it was a culture shock to me. Now I moved out. I lived out there for about four years and some change, and it was a culture shock to me because the Mexicans rock with us. They super cool. As far as what you want to consider, I guess you consider black culture, that we the same. They act the same, talk the same. You know what I'm saying? There's no separation. So, one thing that I noticed is that black people that ain't met, if you ain't been outside your area, you're one of those ones that's complaining. Because I've been around. I moved around a lot. You go to New York, the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans, they say the N-word. Why? Same reason Mexican OT said that. Because they grew up around black people. I think it's that white rapper named Millies. You could tell he grew up around black people. So when I say that black people got a peasant, not everybody. I'm talking about the ninjas. They got a peasant mind state. It's like they got nothing else to hold on to because they ain't got nothing else going. For one, that's a derogatory word. Facts. But we wanted to coin it and flip it, and now we use it amongst each other. Which is something myself, I try my best not to. I mean, it's a part of, I've been doing it for so long, but I try not to, but I still do. But what y'all mad about? This man told you that he grew up around black people. Not just went to school with them, and he grew up with them. Did dirt with them. His partners. So he do got the right to say that. So argue with your mama in the comment section. I got smoke for anybody that want to contest that.
All right. Well, I just want to say, to me, okay, I don't remember which female it was, but one of the females in there was saying, oh, black women are taking off and and this shouldn't have been, like, you notice he said it to a black man that's really telling that the black man didn't do nothing. First off, Angela Lee, Angela Yee's show. And she's probably paying the cameraman, which was probably the only black man in the room, to run the camera. Now, you think the black man that was running the camera should have said, fuck my job, fuck everything I got going on in life, I'm about to crash out. He just disrespected me. Like, I'm not saying there ain't no niggas out there like that, but I'm saying that not everybody gotta be like that. Not everybody gotta do that. Like, not everybody gotta think about that word the same way you do. You know what I mean? Not like what she said about there will be white girls saying it and a black dude will come out and yada yada yada. I can see that. I can see people defending it because they allow people that they're with to say, they don't look at it that way. So when you are trying to check somebody that they with, they feel like they being checked. You know what I mean? I don't know how it goes, but for me, like, I'm not with a black woman, and my woman don't say that. Like, she don't use that word. You know what I mean? And another thing I want to say is, I don't think it's all Mexicans. Everybody need to stop looking at it like it's all Mexicans. The Mexican guy in the video, or Hispanic guy in the video, who he said there's a reason why he's comfortable saying that, which is true. It's true. There's a reason why he's comfortable saying that. And I don't think, and he said, he was basically, I feel like, insinuating, like, I wouldn't say that. I say fool. I say this. I say that. I say this. I wouldn't use that word, but there's a reason why he's comfortable using that word, like, which is pretty much the same reason why I'm not comfortable using that word. It's environment. It's who you grew up around. It's who you did all these things with. And to me, it's just a word. Like, to me personally, it's just a word. Like, it's a word. Yes, it can be disrespectful. So can the B word. So can the, I don't know. I can't think of any more words right now. But any bad word that you use, that don't stop you from using it because it can be disrespectful to somebody else. You don't care. Like, a lot of people in this world expect people to care about what they're going through or their struggles, but a lot of people don't. You know what I mean? Like, even the people who are fighting for you shouldn't say that word will be in public saying, talking how they want to talk, not caring about who's around, whose kids are around, who don't talk like that around their kids. None of us ever worry about what other people got going on. But you want everybody to worry about what you got going on, your feelings and how you feel. Personally, I don't feel like none of my friends could say it to me. I got Hispanic friends. I got, no way they're finna be in my face like, hey, nigga, da-da-da-da-da. No, that's not finna happen. But at the same time, if somebody do say it, I'm not finna check them. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that don't got nothing to do with me. Like, I don't understand why people didn't pick up the lesson, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words should never hurt you. Like, how you gonna let what somebody say hurt you? A lot of people are too emotional and they move out their emotions. And those are the people who usually lose the game. The people who can, because somebody gonna pick up on that you're emotional and you move off your emotions, and they can say this, and that, and get you hyped up and get you ready to crash out and lose everything you got. And they play victim at the end. You know how it goes. Oh, they'll say something. We all done been around. Somebody say something slick and you ready to crash out, and they're like, "Why are you tripping? Why are you tripping?" You know what I mean? Acting like they don't know why you're tripping. But that's just them playing with your emotional intelligence because they know you don't have none. You know what I mean? So people get mad over what people decide to say. It's a free country. We have freedom of speech. You have the right to call Mexicans whatever you want. I feel like there's two type of people who use the N-word that are Hispanics. There are the people who use it to mock and be disrespectful. And I feel like there are some people who just use it because, like, it's popular. They hear it in music. And they grew up around those type of people. So that's how they feel about it. You know what I mean? They feel like they one of them. You know what I mean? In which a lot of people need to do research in history and understand that they pretty much are us. I'm not going to speak too much on that, but they pretty much are us. So I'm not saying that gives them the right to say it. But what I am going to say is, like, watch, I don't know, stop trying to police a word. Stop trying to police anything. Now, what I will say is Mexican OT was very disrespectful with the way he did it. I will say that was disrespectful. I will say, like, that's like walking in a room full of dudes and like, can't nobody in here whoop me. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Somebody trying to mess with your emotional intelligence to make you crash out. You know what I mean? Can't nobody in here whoop me. So now you feel obligated to be like, who? We all have been around people like that. Who can whoop you? You know, people always trying to get something going. You know what I mean? And that's the type of moment I felt like that was. Like, I don't feel like he did it on purpose. Like, oh, yeah, ain't nobody ever gonna check me on it. But I feel like he was just like, honestly, what are you gonna do about me saying it? Like, what, you gonna kill me? You gonna shoot me? What, you gonna whip my ass? You think that's gonna stop me from saying it? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people are stuck in their ways. Just like, I don't know how to explain it, man. I don't know if y'all are getting what I'm saying or picking up on what I'm saying, but that's just my opinion on the situation. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. Who else in this video had a good point? Dude in the beginning was just funny. He was like, they fight for to say the N-word more than they fight for they citizen shit. That's fucking hilarious. Nah, I don't know. And the dude with the dreads, he was pretty much saying we got like superstar energy, which I do believe. I do believe it's flattery. You know what I mean? Imitation is I forgot. I just said it like 30 minutes ago. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. I think that's the same, and I believe it. Like, everybody want to imitate us. They only hate us because they want to be us. You know what I mean? They only hate us because they see how cool we are. They see how much respect we get. They feel like they put in 10 times more work and they get less than what, or not less than what we get, but they got to put in 10 times more work to be where we are, and we do it effortlessly. You know what I mean? On some hater shit. And, you know, people just gonna be like that. You should be able to see that. As a black person, you should know that's just the world. Like, they hate us. They hate us because they ain't us. They hate us because they want to be us. They hate us, but they love our music. They love our clothes, our style, everything we do, our stand-up comedy, or all of these things that shape the world into what it is today. Like, America's been a trend for a long time. You know, I was just watching a video with Indian rappers. This guy went to India to try to blow up an Indian rapper. Like, that was mind-blowing to me. It's like, damn, they got rappers everywhere. Fucking Korea. Rappers all around the world. Like, we shape the mold of what it is to be. We shape the mold of what's cool in the world. You know what I mean? Effortlessly, just by being ourselves. You know what I mean? Just by expressing ourselves. You know what I mean? Effortlessly. In sports, we go take over every sport that they put us in. Put a nigga in cricket, I guarantee it'll be over. You know what I mean? We are super talented and blessed. But that's why people hate us. So people just gotta know that. When people decide to say the N-word, don't crash out and lose your freedom or lose your life over some stupid shit. Use your emotional intelligence. Explain to them why you don't feel comfortable. I mean, if somebody came up to me, okay, let's say I was in a situation with somebody who was like, oh, they're saying the N-word. I'm like, hey, bro, can you just not say that around me because I don't like it? And he like, well, you know, I grew up around black people. I don't mean it disrespectfully. I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool. I'm gone. Like, I don't gotta be around you, dude. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna be around me, you gonna move off my program. If you ain't moving on my program, ain't no need for us to even connect, talk, or do anything. And that's how we need to be as black people. Like, we need to fuck taking the word back. We need to take our music industry back. We need to take everything that they bleeding us dry of, all of our talents, our basketball. We need black people owning these basketball teams that they majority play on. And if not, we need to start our own basketball league or support the ones like the Big Three or other stuff going on. We need to support blacks. Blacks need to make money off black people because the whole world is profiting off us. And we sitting over here worried about somebody saying the N-word when everybody's saying it in their house. Everybody calling you a nigga. The whole world call you a nigga. But you want to get mad because the Mexicans think they can say it. Okay, you can't tell. That's like Mexicans saying, I hate that analogy, like the don't eat tacos. That's stupid as fuck to me. Like, that's a food. It's different. But that's like Mexicans saying, I better never hear a black person, because I can't think of none black person can copy from Mexicans or white people. Like, we don't really copy shit from y'all. But if it was something and they're like, oh, a Mexican can't say fool, or a Mexican can't say, yeah, if we was like, what's up, fool? Like, what you want? And it's like, don't say fool. That's a Mexican word. Don't use that. It's because black people want to be like, oh, it's a derogatory term unless we're using it to each other. But you got to realize we're using it in our music. We're saying it every day. You saying it to these people. You saying it to those people. I say don't call non-white people nigga. Non-black people nigga. You know what I mean? Don't call white people, Mexicans, Chinese, Asians, Pacific Islanders. Don't call nobody else nigga. You know what I mean? That's what I say. If you want to keep that term in between us, only use it with niggas. You know what I mean? Only use it with us. Stop using it in our music. That's what we need to do. Stop promoting it. Stop like slang, like no cap. I don't know if that started with black people, but I'm sure it did. And I'm sure it came from literally music to where everybody started using it. And it's the same thing with nigga. Like, it's been throughout the music that everybody in the world has been consuming. They're obsessed with us. So that's why they're copying what they see. They just don't want us along with our greatness. You know what I mean? They want to hear our music, watch our movies, do this, do that. They just don't want us in the room. You know what I mean? But it's cool. That's why we need to own our own shit, make our shit for us. And that's my opinion on it. Y'all have a good day. Mexican OT was wrong for what he said. I mean, the way he said it. But at the end of the day, it's true. Who is going to check him? Like, if you're not going to check him, shut the fuck up. Everybody saying, if I was there, if there was some real niggas there, yeah, somebody would have crashed out on them. Is that going to make them stop? You think if you beat the brakes out of them, 2 swollen eyes, broken jaw, you don't think he going to say it even more? He going to start saying it in a derogatory way. You do all that, you know what I mean? Like, you can't control other people in their mouth. So just stick to yourself. Don't, be prideful of being black, like that brother was saying with the dreads. And, just be yourself. Don't worry about the world and what the world got going on, because it's mostly a bunch of BS. You looking on TikTok, I'd work with 60%, I would say more like 80% Mexicans at my job. Like, everybody I work with is Mexican. Some of them can't even speak English. I've never heard one of them say nigga. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's always this big thing about, oh yeah, like they act like this is all happening in the world. So many Mexicans can't stop saying nigga. No, if you go to the hood and you look at hood Mexicans, yeah, they can't stop saying nigga. And niggas in the hood grew up with Mexicans. Like, let's say it's a black hood with one Mexican in there, one Mexican family, and he been running around with the niggas all his life. Niggas ain't gonna feel no type of way about him saying nigga, because they understand the struggle. They understand what we've been through together. They understand that. But if you take some whitewash motherfucker from the suburbs, black person who got so much black pride, and they want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, it's them letting him say the N-word. You don't own the word. First off, you're not the only black person in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to explain, but basically what I'm saying is it's usually the motherfuckers who ain't from the hood that got a problem with somebody else saying nigga. You know what I mean? Somebody who ain't never gonna confront nobody about saying that word, who got a problem with people saying it. That's what I'm saying. So, thank you. Like, subscribe. We got another one coming up soon. I'm gonna try to drop multiple every day. Get this train rolling. I'm out.